Today I'm going to check out a Bluetooth speaker that was sent to me by ThorFireDirect.com. This is a dust-proof, waterproof IP6X Bluetooth 4.0 speaker that you can connect to your phone or your tablet. I don't get any direct compensation for showing you this product. If there's a link down in the bottom of the video description that says affiliate link, then I will get a small percentage of the proceeds from the sale. Otherwise, you can buy it wherever you want. It doesn't really matter to me. So this is what I got in the mail. Let's check out what's inside. All right, so I'm going to open this up, unbox it if you will. Let me ask you, does anybody care about unboxing? Apparently they do. Seems like to be the thing. Everyone has to show an unboxing of the product. To be honest, I don't really care too much about the packaging, but this is what it looks like on the inside. So I'll go ahead and, all right, so you got your little D-ring here. Guess you go mountain climbing with it or something. Okay, so just flip this guy over. And here's what we have on the inside. We've got our USB charging cable, looks like, and then we've got an auxiliary cable we can plug into. And then the speaker itself is actually pretty small relative to some of the pills and those different external speakers that I've seen. So we've got some pretty basic instructions here. There's a TF card port, 3.5 auxiliary, micro USB charging, LED status, built-in mic. Interesting. So this might be able to be used as a speakerphone as well. Most likely the first thing we're going to have to do is charge it up. Let's go ahead and open it. It's kind of got a rectangular style to it from the side. And I remember seeing it's got two 5-watt speakers. And you can see the Bluetooth indicator here, hopefully. And we've got our power button, it looks like. And I wouldn't expect this to turn on, but let's see what happens. Yeah, don't.
Device is ready for connecting.
Oh, so it does turn on. Thought I was going to have to charge it. Now, I do want to make sure that this gets, I believe it said 12 hours worth of standby or 12 hours worth of playback, so I'm going to have to check that again. I want to make sure I give it a fair chance, charge it up 100%, and then test how long it's going to last, and then we're going to do some other tests. I want to see just how durable this thing is. You can see we've got the ports covered over here on the side. So a TF card, that's interesting. I believe they're referring to a micro SD. I will test that theory momentarily. Right, so you can plug in your micro right there.
Device is ready for connecting.
Yeah, it's going to keep talking to me the whole time. Okay, let's zoom in here just a bit. So this is a slightly, a little too much. Slightly better view. And on this side, we've got, looks like our volume controls. So I'm going to plug this in, go ahead and let it charge up, and then we're going to see if it really is waterproof and dustproof. All right, let's go ahead and plug this in and get it charged. If you peel back that little rubber piece, and you want to be careful with that, because once we get everything unplugged, we want to make sure that we seal that up good and tight. Otherwise, you will lose some of your water resistance capability. Once we connect the USB to the charger, you'll see that right about in the middle of this, there's a charging indicator that will start showing you that you are connected to a power source, and then we'll just leave that until it is completely full. All right, so I've got this in the bathtub. Let's go ahead and power it up.
Device is ready for connecting.
And that voice just gets me. Go ahead and get this thing paired.
Connected.
And let's place a test call and see how it sounds.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
How does it sound?
Like an echo?
Like an echo? Probably because I have this thing in the bathtub because I'm about to soak it. Hold on for a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's add a little water here and see what happens. Can you hear me now?
I can barely understand you.
Okay, can you hear me? I walked away for a second. Hello?
Hi. I can barely understand you. There's a huge echo. I'm hearing my own voice.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not sure if we can do anything. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just try this somewhere else. Then I was going to do it in the...
All right, so that didn't work out too well as far as the speakerphone mic, but let's go ahead and soak this thing and see what happens. So I'm going to start off with a glass of water. And then we'll add a little bit of this morning's leftover coffee. So far we still have signs of life, so it seems to be powered up at the very least. And I'm going to add a little milk here to the coffee. And a little more no, not a little more coffee. I think that what we need to do now is the egg drop test. Darn it, I get a hard time getting the egg to go right onto the top of this thing. But last and final ingredient here, and I do put this on everything, we'll add a little bit of sriracha to the mix. And next thing I'm going to do is grab my music. We're still paired, and go ahead and start playing this. It does start out a little bit quiet. That's the intro. And here comes the horrible music. It seems to sound okay, especially considering we're in a bathtub right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and hose this thing down. So I am not fully submerging it, but I'm definitely getting more of a splash than you're ever likely to experience, as long as you're not super careless. And it's still playing. So I'd say so far so good. Alright, so now I'm just going to play this back without any bathtub, so you can kind of get an idea. Same song again. Apologize for the music, but it's what I have to work with at the moment that I own the copyright to. So we have got the volume controls over here on the side, and this thing does get pretty loud. And then of course you can always switch over to your phone and control the Bluetooth volume. This part works fine. I did not have any trouble whatsoever controlling the volume during the media playback feature. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut that down real quick. And of course you've got your little D-ring here you can attach if you want to connect this to something just to secure it. Overall, this speaker does what it's advertised to do, and that is to be Bluetooth 4.0 and water resistant, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't recommend submerging any device, and that we found that out the hard way with a lot of cell phones that claim to be waterproof, which really aren't. But other than that, it's definitely splash proof. You can pour coffee on it, milk, sriracha, eggs, and it still works great. So as far as the range goes for this, I was able to get a good 30 feet and going through one wall inside of my house, and it still worked. With line of sight, I was easily able to get 50 feet away from it, and it still played, and I don't think I'd want to get more than 50 feet away from this, probably under most circumstances anyway. So for me, that was sufficient. It's got a built-in skip and previous button, so you can navigate your music library going back and forth by one. There's also a sleep mode built into it, so if it is not connected to a Bluetooth device within 10 minutes, it will power down automatically to preserve the battery, which is 1500 milliamps. So you're going to get tons of playback time from this. It's rated at 12 hours. I don't have anything that I want to play for 12 hours, so I didn't do a consecutive 12 hours worth of testing, but I did get pretty close to the rated 12 hours that they advertised for this, which is good. The sound quality is not going to be comparable to a high-end Bluetooth speaker, so obviously this isn't going to sound something like a Harman Kardon, but all things considered, as small as it is, it sounds pretty decent. Just don't expect a lot of booming bass because I don't think there's any sort of subwoofer built in here. As far as I know, it's just the two 5-inch speakers that are on the side. The speakerphone, however, sounds great when you play it. If you're on this end listening to somebody talk, you can hear everything just fine. So if you want to check your voicemail and play it back, that'd be fine. Although I never was able to figure out how to adjust the volume. I tried adjusting the volume here on the side and the volume on my phone where it says Bluetooth, and it did not affect the volume of this at all. So maybe I'm missing something, or maybe it got damaged when I got it wet, but I don't think that you can control the volume on the speakerphone. When you try to call someone, on the other hand, they're not going to be able to understand what you're saying very well, so I wouldn't recommend using this as a speakerphone. There's also an 18-month warranty on this device, so they'll give you a year and a half before you have to worry about not being covered by the manufacturer anymore. They also give you 40 days refund, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, you can send it back and get your money back. And at the price point, this is a really good value. So overall, if you're looking for something that's inexpensive and waterproof, you want to take it out on the boat or something, this is one very good option. Just make sure that you do seal up the end. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button and feel free to share it on the social network platform of your choice. Check out some of my recent repair and product review videos and visit us on the web at gocellphonerepair.com. Thanks for watching.